strategic thought partner.
When we did our, what's that stupid thing that we did the other day? It wasn't stupid, but we did the Rosemount trash shredding event, and Michelle has safety vests. And so I was like, oh, I'm gonna play the safety dance song. It was in my head all day because we played it and we made a little bit, but it's just such a good little jam. So maybe think of the safety dance, Kelly, instead of my buddy.
Yeah.
I didn't get to that part. I just know we can dance. We can dance.
You know why they wrote that song so weird?
Why? Because they're from a weird country?
No, because they had people that were starting mosh pits at their stuff and they wanted to create a song that was almost impossible to mosh to. Isn't that interesting?
That is great. And it's funny
Yeah,
that
I
you know
kept
that.
leaving of the day. Yeah. So yeah, try moshing to it next time you hear it.
I can 100% say I've
Try it
never moshed
60.
in my life.
No,
That's dangerous.
they don't do that at country concerts.
Drake White probably jumped in a mosh pit.
Maybe.
Probably not. Hey, Brian, we've derailed your class and now we're.
Oh, you guys are fine. We're just getting warmed up.
Mills, you're right. It was a little brisk.
Well, and I just got in, so I mean, I just need to.
No, I'm feeling, and I'm like, nah, it's cold. Well, I don't wear long sleeves because, yeah, I'd be freezing.
Well, it's cold out too, what the heck?
Okay, y'all state is ridiculous.
You know, you've been here long enough. You
No,
can't
ma'am.
call it
No,
y'all
ma'am.
state.
I'm on a temporary work visa. Anything under 5 years, you're still new. And then when I hit 5, I'll be like, anything under 10, you're still new.
Fix my technology skills here. All right, hop in that Zoom. Are you guys on the Zoom by chance?
I am.
Oh, do we need to be?
If you can, hop on there because I just shared something with you. But you gotta turn your sound off unless I can. I guess I can email it to you guys as well.
I'll do that. Hey, Brian, why don't I do that and you just go ahead and do your thing?
Okay. Jamie, you want to email them these four the link?
I sure will.
Okay, perfect. All right, so what I'll do is I will walk you guys through this Brokerbot part first. This has been pretty awesome to learn. Okay, so I really wish I would have been the one that came up with this, but I wasn't. That would have been great. All right, let me get to the right spot. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do before we get into scripting is I'm gonna teach you how to use Brokerbot as your AI thought partner. Okay, so I'm assuming most of you have used, whether it's Brokerbot or Gemini, ChatGPT, Cloud, whatever. I'm sure most of you have used that to take an email and make it a little bit better. Or maybe take some ideas for a Facebook post or an Instagram post and make it a little bit better, right? So that's like the baseline, the very beginning stages of it. So I listened to the Millionaire Real Estate Podcast and Jeff Woods, and I will send this out, but you'll be able to listen to it by clicking this link. But he has figured out a way to take any AI and turn it into your strategic thought partner using a technique that he calls CRIT. Okay, and CRIT stands for context, role, interview, and task. So those of you that are on Zoom, the link is on there, so you can click on that and you can just make a copy of that. And then those of you that are in the room here, Jamie, I believe, just emailed it up to you. Okay, so if you open up your email and grab that, I'll just kind of walk you through some different examples. This is something that you'll really like. Okay, so I have a couple different ones we can go through. Does anybody have, do you want me to show you an example first and then we can build one out that might help you? Would that be easier? Okay. All right, so Here's a great example of something that I did the other day with Crit. So let me find the correct template. Okay, so bear with me. Where did I put it? Not that one.
Did you make these 25 different examples yourself?
Yeah, I do
Okay.
these. I do these almost every day.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought I had it right at the top. Not the one. I'll do it this way. Okay. So I'm in Brokerbot now. No, that's not what I wanted. Sorry, guys. I almost have this. I built out. All right, I'm gonna do this a different way. Okay, so here, let's do this. Well, let me just show you. This is interesting. Okay, so what I did, I'll just transition to a different one. Okay, we get a kick out of this.
You don't like cardio, huh?
Oh, I hate cardio. Cardio's stupid.
It is.
Okay, so here's what I did. So here was my crit. Okay, so we put the context in. So I put in, I'm a president of an escort real estate business, currently producing about $250,000 in revenue. I'm on track to produce $400,000. My current business produces 25 transactions per year, is on pace to produce 35 to 40 transactions. I'm teaching my third class on building a pipeline through prospecting and how to use scripting to truly shine on the phone and during conversation. So I gave them the context. I told AI what I am and what I'm essentially trying to do. Okay. Now I'm going to describe the role. This is what I want AI to do. Okay. I want you to act as a world-class real estate coach and educator who specializes in lead generation and building a consistent pipeline of business through telephone prospecting. So I'm being very specific with AI. Okay. Help me design a 1-hour class that allows me to teach agents in my brokerage how to get similar results that I have achieved as fast as possible through telephone prospecting. So I'm being very specific on what I want it to do. Now, this is where it truly changes the game. Interview. I want you to act as my AI thought partner. Okay? I want you to act as my AI thought partner by asking me one question at a time, up to 10 questions. And normally I do 5, but I wanted to go super deep with this one. And I want you to challenge my biases and my assumptions, and I want you to create the teaching curriculum for tomorrow's class. Based upon our conversation, provide the teaching points. Okay. So what it ended up doing is it essentially interviewed me. Okay. And it interviewed me by asking me a variety of different questions. And I won't bore you with all the different questions. But after I went through those 10 questions, it created an entire curriculum for me to show you guys. Your complete class curriculum tomorrow, 1-hour master class. It gave me the class overview. It gave me section 1, section 2, section 3. It gave me all of these things, right? Which it's a lot. So what I did is I said, can you put this curriculum into an infographic? And it came up with this.
That's nice.
So it took that. I was talking with AI as my strategic thought partner for about, I would say it was probably about 20 minutes that we had a conversation back and forth. And we're going to do an example here in a second so you can see how powerful this is. And then I had it create this for me.
Oh.
So dial to thrive, how you build a pipeline through telephone prospecting. I'll email all this out so you guys have it. So talks about the mindset. It goes into the math. It goes into the phone call framework. These are all the things that I learned through doing all of this stuff. But AI created this infographic in 30 seconds after it interviewed me. The two types of prospecting that I like to do, the commitment that I'm going to try to get people to do on a daily basis to move their business forward. That's just one part of it. Then I took it deeper and I said, well, that's kind of the one pager. But what happens if I want to take it? What happens if I want to go deeper and I want to teach the different ideas here? There we go. So then it took the 7 different talking points and I had it create a graphic for each of those 7 things. So we have a infographic about mindset. We have an infographic about the math of prospecting, the 2 different types of prospecting, the phone call framework, which we'll go over today, the 5 components of a lead, the long game with prospecting, and then the 1-hour commitment. So it created all of this. I literally did this morning. It took me 30 minutes. And I just tried it because I know what I want to talk about. And most of the time I'm going to start answering questions and I'm going to go in a completely different direction because that's just how I roll. But I was like, it would be nice to have something. So now I can take this and I can give it to you guys. And then you have this. So one other thing that I did that I loved is I was sitting there thinking about it because I call on a lot of old expired listings. And when you do that, you get into competition. And I really need to figure out like, well, what truly separates me from other people? Besides, my personality and those, building rapport, those types of things. Yes, Steve.
I'm dying to ask.
Yeah, please do. Yes.
You've been prospecting for what, a good 6 months or a year? Consistently?
Me about 2,000 phone calls, 2,000 conversations now. So I'd say about 2.5, 3 years.
So what you're plugging into kind of knows your results already,
Mm-hmm.
your mindset, your conversations or whatever.
Yep.
And I'm here brand new.
Yeah.
How do I create a background, so to speak, that would work for me?
For starting?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. I love this. This is why I love teaching because we're going to just pivot real quick. I love this. No, it's great. It's a great question. Okay. So the first thing that you're going to want to do, it's a great question, is who do you want to call? Do you have any idea who you want to call?
Oh, my
Just here.
500 past customers.
Okay. Perfect. That's great. Okay. So now we got a list. Okay. Do you know how much time you're willing to devote to it?
Good question.
Okay.
Well,
Can I give you some advice?
yes,
Okay, I would, depending on whatever your work day is, I always like to reverse engineer. Okay. So it's going to start with your ending goal and it's going to work backward. Okay. So obviously you've been doing this a long time. I'm sure you have a lot of repeat and referral business. I don't know what your goals are. I don't know if it's, you're trying to pick up an extra transaction a month, if you're trying to, become Jeff Glover. I'm not sure exactly what your goal is. So, and
I don't think.
we can build it back anyway. So I guess what, not to put you on the spot, but what is your goal for all of this prospecting? Are you trying to grab an extra transaction or are you just trying to, what are you thinking?
Oh, probably an extra 10, 12.
Okay,
transactions a
perfect.
year.
Perfect. That's very simple. Very simple. So 1 a month. And we're just going to back that up. We're going to say 1.5 a month because we all know that November and December can be rough. Okay.
Sure.
So, and you have 500 people, 500 past clients, roughly?
Well, roughly that, but.
Okay.
A lot of our sellers that might have, or some of them are sellers that might have moved out of state or whatever.
Okay, but they're in your database.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
perfect.
some of them I don't have cell phone numbers.
Okay, well, that's okay. We can work with that.
Figure that out.
So Gary Keller did a mastermind recently with the top 50 coaches in the organization. And if you read the MREA, which I'm sure you have several times, because I know you, Steve. The MREA talks about how for every 12 people that are in your Met database, you can expect 2 transactions. Okay, that's what the MREA talks about. That's changed. Okay, now they're saying that for every 20 people in your Met database, it is 1 transaction. So homework assignment for all of you, and this is really interesting. 1 out of 20 is 5%. So what I would do if I were you, is I would go, if you're all using Command as your database or as your CRM, I would go back through and I would look at everybody that's in your Command and I would figure out who is met and not met. And it's actually very easy to do that. But then you go through that met section and then you figure out of the number of people that are in your met, how many of those people transacted with you last year. And you're hoping it's at least 5%. Okay, so I'm getting to your question. I got to give you a little bit of background before we get there. Okay, so I did that the other day because I wanted to make sure that I was at 5. So I'm running at 7%, which is great, right? If you're under 5, then we got to do something to increase that. Okay, so for every 20 people in your Met, I'm assuming those 500 people are met. You've met them, but some of them, they need to be refreshed, right? Okay.
I've done it 30 years ago.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. It's still 500 people. So if you, let's just say you do the math on that quick, okay? So 500 people times 0.05, that's 25 transactions right there. Okay? Now, you need to re-engage them, right? So what we need to do is we need to carve out some time daily where you are going to pick up the phone and you're going to reach out to these people. I would suggest that you make it the first hour of your day, whether it's at home, whether it's at the office, wherever. And I would just start with 1 hour. That is the easiest way. I call it the one thing lead gen time. And I will be the first to admit it. I do not follow it as much as I should, but it is incredibly important. And it doesn't matter who you're calling. Database calls are super easy because they know you. A lot of people won't do it because they're like, oh, I don't know what to say, or I haven't talked to them in so long. And that's okay. We're just going to work right. We're going to work right through that. So what we're going to do is when you're making those calls, we are going to use, let me put this up here. We are going to use a technique called Doge. No, not Doge. What was it? Ford. Doge is something different. I don't know where the heck that came from. We're going to use Ford. So there's a really good video out there by Steve Schlater. He's a maps coach that he teaches this. I'll see if I can find it. Jamie, will you make a note to remind me to find Steve Schlater's video? I believe it's Schlater. So Ford, when you are doing let me make this bigger so people can actually see it. So Ford is specifically for database calls. Okay. I mean, you can do it with unknown prospects, but it gets a little bit weird because F equals family. O equals occupation. R, the heck is R again?
Recreation.
Thank you. And then D is dreams. Okay. So Steve, if I'm calling you and I haven't talked to you, you and I did a deal 5 years ago. I'm calling you and it's ring, ring, ring.
Hello.
Yeah, hey Steve.
Yeah.
Hey Steve, Brian Amundson, Keller Williams. You remember
Yeah,
me?
Right, yeah, I remember you.
Okay, so there's our pattern interrupt.
Lies.
Steve, I apologize, man. I got super busy with life and I haven't reached out to you. How are things going, man? What's going on with you?
Oh, things are kind of slowing down a little bit, but I don't want to.
So we're just gonna start breaking the ice. Okay? We got to figure out a way to get into that conversation. And a lot of times, like, hey man, I'm sorry. Life just got crazy and it's been a while. I was thinking about you and I wanted to give you a call and see how you're doing. Real simple. Just just like you're calling an old friend. This is great because you already know this person.
Yeah,
Then you can start talking, you can ask some, especially if you sold house, hey, are you guys still at 123 Main Street? I know that we did that deal like 5 years ago. You guys still at that house?
yeah,
You still enjoying it?
yeah,
Yeah, it's good. So, and then if you remember anything, like maybe you, hey, God, you had it was Olivia, right? Olivia was your daughter, right?
yeah.
Yeah, she's got to be well, she's out of high school and college, right? For sure, I know, right? Notice how I didn't want to say her age. She's well past college, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I apologize, but I remember we were talking about that and she was a real go-getter, right?
Yeah.
Did she end up marrying that asshole? Just kidding, Colin. You know I love you, buddy. So those types of things. Okay, just I've had conversations with you, Steve. You're a good dude. Okay, you're a good person. You just don't overthink it. Call, start asking questions. More questions I mean, again, we're not trying to interrogate anybody here, but we want them talking.
Right.
And then there's a couple things that are really going to help. I call it tactical empathy. See, this is why I love teaching because now I'm completely going off script. Tactical empathy is one of the biggest conversational game changers that I've ever come across. And what it really does is it helps you build rapport incredibly fast. And it starts with three key phrases. It looks like, it sounds like, it seems like. Okay. So let's say that we are talking about, we're going back to this house that you have on 123 Main Street. Okay. So so Steve, you've been at that house like what, 5 years now? Are you guys still enjoying it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have that so you're not giving me much, so I'm gonna start asking more questions, right? No, it's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll show you how I get to it. So I remember that house had that really nice master bathroom upstairs, but you guys didn't like that whirlpool tub. Did you guys ever end up taking that out?
No, we did.
Okay, okay. And then I remember that you were really into sheds. Did you end up putting that shed on that property?
Well, I wanted to add chickens, but my wife.
Okay, perfect. Pause. Now I got something. So now I'm gonna go back. Well, it sounds like you still want the chickens, but I can't remember your wife's name. What's your wife's name?
Carmen.
But it sounds like Carmen, she's anti-egg.
Anti-egg.
Well, we both grew up on farms.
And she don't wanna go back.
And my farm, we had a lot more chickens than she did.
Gotcha. Okay. So it sounds like you would really like to get those chickens, but she's like, no, we're done. We're done with chickens. I've lived the farm life. We're no more Norman Rockwell farm existence for us.
I threatened to get some when she's out of town for a week.
Oh, seriously? Steve, I'll be honest with you. If you do that, you might have to come live with me for a while, which is fine. I got an extra bedroom. It's all good. It's all good. I'm happy to take care of you. So now, again, we're just building rapport. Just building rapport. So, hey, I love saying this, like, hey, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I've been working with this new program called HomeBot, and now I'm going to use a third party story here. a lot of the people that I work with or that I'm helping really like this because, I mean, Steve, you know this, like in most cases, your home is your most valuable asset. And what I've found is I will take this program and I will kind of tune up the value of your house and then it'll go out to you every month. And not only will it show you what is happening with your home based on what's happening with the market, whether it's going up and down, but it'll also show you what's happening with your neighbors' homes. Now, let me ask you a question. Is that something that you'd be totally opposed to getting, or would you just, I suppose you'd probably just delete it,
Well, I
right?
think a lot of people would love that. I'm pretty sure my wife would.
Okay. If it's okay with you, and hey, it's no trouble on my end. It takes me about 5 minutes, but I'd love to put that together for you quick and send that over. And like I said, no is a very acceptable answer. You will not offend me. You know me, right? You're not going to offend me. I would be more than happy to send it to you. And if for whatever reason it's just not for you, that's fine. It's an easy unsubscribe. And you can just tell me too, and I'll just take you off. So not a problem. But so is that,
Sure.
okay. There's my favorite line. What email typically is best for you?
Oh, just as well, okay, then.
Okay, so now I've re-engaged you. Okay. Obviously I have your phone number because I called you,
Yeah,
but I'm just pretending I didn't have your email. So now I'm providing a little bit of value by getting you to sign up for this. Most people are going to say yes to that home bond. Especially if you phrase it as, I love that phrase where it's like, would you be totally opposed to? If you say, would you like this? It's easier for them to say, well, no, I don't. A lot of people, especially in Minnesota, well, I don't want to put you out. So I'm trying to head that off real quick. So I'm going to say, would you be totally opposed to me sending that over? Again, before I even let them answer, it takes me about 3 minutes. So it's no skin off my back or whatever phrase you want to use there. And I've tried both ways. If you let them just use a simple yes, no, again, no is comfort. No is comfort, especially when you're not face to face. No is comfort. So you flip it to, would you be totally opposed to? Now that no is actually a yes. Okay. Most people will not say, well, yeah, I'm actually opposed to that. They're not, they just don't do it.
You hit them with the double negative.
Okay. So you hit them with the double negative. Okay. So that's huge. Then what email is typically best for you? And now you got their email. So now you've re-engaged this person. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Which is great. You have their phone number, you have their email. Now you're sending them something of value. They're going to get that every month.
yeah,
We don't know if this person's moving or not. At this point, it doesn't matter. Okay. Because statistically, they're going to move every 10 years. But you're giving them something. They may have you've done this long enough. They may have a friend, they may have a daughter, whatever that's going to move. So now you're giving them this.
I've been using the whole lot.
Perfect.
And people love it.
Perfect. So people that are not on your home bot, that's the call.
Yeah,
Those 500 people, because they're not all on home bot,
right.
that's the call.
Okay.
Call them, strike up a conversation. Just you're a good dude. Try to remember what happened. Okay.
Yeah,
Go back, look at the house. I operate with 3 screens. I got this, and then I got a big 36-inch that I got split screen. Before I call, I put their house up. I use RPR and I'll put their house up just so I can refresh my memory.
sure.
Okay. Or because you may not have great notes. Not saying that, and I'm not picking on you. I'm just saying I know I wouldn't. 6 years ago, I wouldn't have notes. If I sold Melissa a house 6 years ago, I don't have good notes on that.
Yeah.
But if I bring the house back up, I can remember a couple things. You just need a couple nuggets to keep that conversation going.
Yeah,
Okay. And then as you're building that rapport, then you can kind of slide in with this, hey, it's that third party story. It's like, hey, I got a lot of my clients, because you don't even have to say you're in real estate, they're going to remember, they're going to bring it up. They're going to ask you how the market is, all that stuff. And I'm pretty sure you know how the market is. So they're going to bring it up. Okay. It happens every single time. Well, how is the market? And you just roll with that conversation. I don't know where the conversation is going to go. But I would actually write that for, if you don't know that Ford thing, like if you don't have it like ingrained in your brain, I just have a little post-it note next to you that has that just so you can remember.
That's one of the first things I learned.
Perfect. Good. So then you got it down.
Yeah.
And you don't have to do all four of them. We didn't need to go into recreation and dreams on this call. If this person's already on HomeBot, then it's simple. I call people every single day. Hey, Steve, still getting that HomeBot? What do you think? What do you think of the value? Good, bad?
Yeah.
Is it worthless? I love saying that. Is it worthless? You hate it? And then I chuckle. That's me though. That's my personality.
Sure.
No, I really like it. Awesome. Awesome. Well, the reason why I'm calling, we talked back in February. February 1st, we had a great conversation. I always say that. Steve, back on February 1st, we had a great conversation. You asked me to call you back. Because if you took the other two classes, you know that my favorite line in the history of the world is, Misha, do you remember what my favorite line is to end a call? Because you and I did a one-on-one together.
When do you want to hear from me again?
Yes, bingo.
Woo-woo.
My favorite line in the history of phone conversations. When do you want to hear from me again? When do you want to hear from me again? Now, I am not going to say that to my best friend when I call him, but I am going to say that to my clients. I am going to say that to a prospect that I'm trying to move into the pipeline. Misha, question 2 for you.
Oh, Jesus.
I know, right? I love this. If you tell me that you want to hear back from me in 6 months, when am I calling you again?
In 6 months.
No, incorrect
I knew it was
response.
the wrong
When I
answer.
know when.
We're
3
going to
months.
divide that in half.
I
Okay?
knew it was.
Guess
wrong.
what? Is the prospect going to remember?
No.
No, hell no, they won't remember. I will tell you, they will remember if they say, call me next week, and you call them 2 days later. They will remember that. Okay, or if they say, call me in a month, I still will call them maybe a week early. I've never had this problem, but I'm prepared for it if I do. So what if someone says, well, hey, Brian, I asked you to call me in a month. Yeah, if I call them, 2 weeks down. Yeah, I know. I know you did. But I also have been doing this long enough where I know plans change quickly, and I want to make sure that I'm available to help you if they did change. I'd rather over communicate with you than under communicate. That's just how I roll.
It's hard to argue with.
Exactly. Who's going to say no to that? Because what's the biggest complaint that prospects and clients have with realtors?
They never get a call
They
back.
never get a call. So you're already proving to them that they will get a call from you. Okay. So Steve, I know that was like 15 minutes to get to the answer. Let me ask the question. Did I answer your question?
Yes.
Okay. So now we know, because I got a couple more things for you. Now we know that you're going to go through your 500 people and you're going to figure out who's met and not met. I'm sure most of them are met, which is great. You're going to go back through and you're going to figure out who's on HomeBot and who isn't. The people that are not on HomeBot are your immediate, that's your hit list. You decide how crazy you want to be with it. You could sit there and carve out calls 6 hours a day if you want to go nuts. It's your call. I would start with an hour. Okay? Start with an hour. And you want to make that as distraction free as humanly possible. I will put my phone on do not disturb. Actually, I lie. It's not do not disturb. I have a setting called Annie only. So the only person that can reach me is my wife. I actually added my oldest daughter into that because I like her the most. I'm just kidding. I like them all equally. They're all in there. But those are the only people that will get a hold of me during that time. Okay. Um, I will close my email. I will try to eliminate every distraction because your mind is going to constantly move you away from this because this work is grueling. It's really valuable and it pays a lot of money, but your mind doesn't want you to do it.
Squirrel.
Yep.
Totally.
It's going to talk you out of it every single minute of every single day that you try. Okay, so you're going to do that. Now, the people that are on HomeBot, that's simple. Now you call them and ask them about HomeBot. Okay. Now, Misha and I did a one-on-one. Misha, do you remember, do I take really good notes when I'm on calls?
No,
Why?
because you do it later, you won't stay in the group,
Why do I do it later?
so you can focus on the call and talking to people.
Multitasking is a myth. Okay? Even for females, which I love females. I taught elementary school for 18 years. I am living with 4 women. I have a lot of estrogen flowing through my house. I know females pretty well. I'm not an expert, but I know them pretty well. You guys can't multitask either. Okay? Multitasking is a myth. It means you're doing 2 things half-ass. Okay? You're the best at it. Guys, don't even attempt it. Okay? You got to tie your shoes and chew bubble gum. Stop chewing the gum and just tie your shoes. Okay? What I would do, I will have a notepad next to me. I always have a notepad next to me. In case I have to jot something down quick. I don't want to be typing on my computer. I always have one of these with me. And I'll just, if I'm on the call with Steve and something pops up, like, oh, Olivia works at KWPR, I'll write that down. Exactly. And then when the call's done, I will quickly boom, and then I'll make a note, follow up, whatever. There's a variety of different things that could happen during that call. I got to add you to HomeBot. I got to put in the timeline to call you next. Those types of things. I will just write quick note in there, and then I'll just put a little thing down that says Steve Rawl. Let's see here, July 5th, HomeBot, HB HomeBot, and then boom, on to the next call. So I create this enormous mess of crap during my hour of prospecting. I take 15 minutes after the block is done to clean it all up. Then I go to the bathroom, I get another cup of coffee, I get a Diet Coke, and then I go back to it. But that's later. But that's how I suggest you do it. Because if you are on that call and then you start typing all this stuff up, now your brain is telling you, well, geez, I just talked to Steve. I got to send him a HomeBot. I got to figure out what his house is worth on RPR. I got to send him a thank you card. I got to do this. The dog's barking. The laundry machine just beeped. And what does your mind want you to do?
Stop this.
Want
and
you to
do all
stop.
that.
You got to plow through that. Okay, that's another thing that you really should do if you don't do this already. Thank you cards, handwritten thank you cards, one of the biggest game changers in the history of mankind. I have ones that are created for myself that just, it has, I got it done at Minute Maid, Minute Maid is orange juice. I got it done at Minute Man, but it just has, my logo, KWPR's logo, my coloring scheme, my branding, and then a couple QR codes on the back, and then they're just blank on the inside, and I just write thank you, and I send my card, and boom. You can just go buy a packet of regular thank you cards at Target, whatever.
$8 Dollar General.
I will tell you right now,
I'm just saying.
one of the biggest game changers is taking that extra time to write those thank you cards. It doesn't take very long. It'll take you 10 minutes.
What do you typically say in that? Just thanks for the great conversation.
Yeah, so if I was sending one to Steve, I would say, hey, Steve, thanks for the great conversation today. I really hope that you enjoy the HomeBot that I'll be sending over. Obviously, if you ever have any real estate questions, please use me as your resource.
Then you would draw a check.
And then I would draw.
Oh, that'd be cute.
Okay. If you really want to be nuts, I would get you a gift card to Chick-fil-A. And then it's just a little, hey, I loved our conversations about chickens. I'll see if I can figure out a way to get your wife on board. I hope you enjoy the chicken sandwich. You know, you can do those types of things. It depends. You know, then you go to, that's like, if I had a, like, I'm in the process of doing this right now. But like, you know, you segment your database VIP, A, B, C, those leads. Do you guys know that what I'm talking about? So VIPs are people that have given you 2 or more referrals. A is someone that's given you 1 referral. B is someone that might possibly give you a referral, and C is someone that, you know, you did business with. I have a C person I'm trying to buy a house for right now, and I can't wait till I get them in the house so we don't have to talk again. They might go to F because they're horrible, but whatever. Doesn't happen very often, but yeah, these people are interesting. But anyways, if it's a VIP, I'm definitely sending them a card, and I'm sending them, you know, something like that, you know, a Starbucks card or whatever. Better yet, I'm taking them to lunch, you know, that sort of thing. If it's an A lead, it's probably the Chick-fil-A card. You guys can figure that out. But even if you don't send anything, that handwritten card is enormous. And here's the best part, especially if it's someone like, well, it's whether it's someone new or it's someone that you're trying to re-engage. Guess what you do next time you call them? Oh, Steve, did you end up getting my card? Oh my gosh, yes, I love that. Thank you so much for sending that. Or they'll beat you to it. Brian, thanks so much for sending that card, because nobody does that. Everybody sends an email. Okay, we need to be different. Yes, Misha.
This is a question that sounds dumb, but it's not. So we're talking about Mets versus not. If you haven't met them, why are they in your database? Or what is the real definition of a non-Met?
Perfect. That's a great question. So we can really go through the weeds on this one. So I'll give you, so historically, the not met was, I believe, supposed to be addressed through the, what was it? Was it the, how was it, the 8x8 or the 12? I can't remember. Do you remember, Steve, what the not met was in the MREA? Was it the,
I think it's.
was it the 1x12 touch or whatever, where you're reaching out to them once a month with a piece of direct mail because you're trying to move them into the Met?
Oh,
I can't remember exactly what the MREA said on that one.
Am I just being too literal with the
No.
not Met? Because I'm like, if I
So-
haven't met them, why are they in my database?
Because here's why. Okay, let me answer your question. 'Cause
Okay.
where I was going before doesn't really matter. There are people, you remember my 5 steps to elite, right? You
Yeah.
have motivation. Okay, this is
Yes.
cold prospects. Okay,
Yes.
this is back to prospecting 101. A cold prospect. 5 things. They need to have motivation. They need to have a timeline. They need to not be committed to another agent. They need to ask you, invite you to follow up, and they provide you with an email address. I get those all the time. Almost every day I prospect, I get 1 or 2 of those. But I haven't met them. They're not ready to meet with me yet. So they're in the not met.
Okay, so you have not physically met them. Okay.
So they're gonna go in my database as a seller nurture. They're in HomeBot. They're in my database. I segment it so that I have all of those things. So it's anybody that is not an active client is either a seller nurture, a buyer nurture. They could be both. If they're in HomeBot, I tag them as HomeBot. If they're in my database, I tag them as my database, like my newsletter is what I'm talking about, my database newsletter. And then I tag them as met, not met. And once you start going through this, it's really easy to do it, but that way you can segment. Okay, the goal is to get as many of your not mets into your met. Okay, so if I'm meeting you for the first time, it's because I'm most likely, hopefully, going to list your house, or at least interview to list your house. You don't become a met till we actually meet.
Got it.
But we had a great conversation. You asked me to put you on HomeBot. You asked me to call you back in 6 months. So you're a not met. I'm calling you back in 3 months.
Okay.
And then
so
we're
it's
going to
the-
talk about your HomeBot.
Okay,
And we're going to then go back and say, hey, you know, Misha, we had a great conversation back on, what is the date today? May 21st. You asked me to call you back. You know, whatever day, we'll just say, we'll say August, we'll say September 8th. You asked me to call you back here in September. I just wanted to make sure that are you getting the HomeBot that I'm sending?
yes, it's wonderful.
Perfect, good. So well, how does that, now I'm just getting into the conversation. How does that value strike you? Is it where you think it's going to be? Is it too high, too low?
I think it's too low.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so just remember, now here's how I'm going for the appointment. Just remember what I did is called, it's like a cold CMA, because I haven't seen your house yet. I haven't seen all the wonderful things that you've done, all the nice finishings and that sort of thing. So I obviously gave you kind of a range based on not seeing your house. Now, if you want, again, no, I always tell it, like I said from the beginning, my timeline's your timeline. Doesn't matter to me. I just would love to help you when the time's right. If you want a true accurate picture, I would have to obviously come over and take a peek at the house. So if you want that now, great. If you don't, no worries. Totally get it.
Okay.
Again, very kind of aloof isn't the right word, but non-pressure, I guess, would be the best. And then it's up to you. I would say half the time people are like, oh, you know what, we are getting close, and yeah, it would make sense for us to meet.
Okay.
I'll answer your question here in a second. The other thing that I'll do if I'm trying to, because I'm always trying to get to meet them face to face. Because once I meet them face to face, my chances of getting that listing go way up, right? So I meet you face to face. The other thing I'll say is, hey, I know that when we were talking, you guys were thinking about potentially listing after Halloween. I know you guys have a big Halloween party every year, and then you were kind of, once that party was done, you were thinking about going. I'm going to use a third party story here again. Totally your call, but a lot of my clients have found a lot of value if I come over, a few months before you're thinking about listing it, because that way I can show you some improvements that don't cost very much money that will get you a really nice high rate of return. I'm happy to do that if you want. Again, if you don't, no worries. I love saying that. It's almost like you give them the option and you kind of like take 2 steps back. It's like take it, just people respond really well to that, especially in Minnesota. New York, we would be more direct. But here, they love that. It's like you pass them a plate of fries, and then you step back and say, you can have a few if you like. If you don't, I'll take them. It's that sort of thing. Okay? Kelly, question.
I don't have a question. I looked in ChatGPT and asked for the definitions of met, non-met, and it says, these people are typically nurtured, or the non-mets. These people are typically nurtured through the broader marketing campaigns like the 12 direct system. So
12 direct. Thank you for looking that up. That's what it is. 12 direct. So here's the thing I love. So the thing, this is really, I just think this is interesting. When I am teaching an agent, like when I was coaching Sean, I said, hey, we are going to be a really good combination of old school and new school. Because I love the old school stuff because it works so well. But we're also going to do the new school stuff. We're going to do the AI. We're going to do social media. God, I hate that stupid thing. We're going to do social media. But we're also going to really thrive on a lot of the old school stuff. We're going to do the letters, and we're going to do the phone calls, and the pop buys, and those, the Brian Buffini stuff. If you don't know who Brian Buffini is, you should research some of his coaching tactics, because it's a lot of old school stuff that's phenomenal. But we're going to combine a lot of that old school and new school. And I'll actually tell my clients that, the marketing plan that I'm designing for your house is going to be the best of both worlds. It's going to be old school hustle and new school outreach with digital marketing. And we're going to combine those two, and we're going to take you to the next level with that, because most people don't do that. Most people are one or the other. And honestly, most people are just the new school. They forget all the old school stuff. So I know I kind of went off on a tangent there, but the point of the story is, Kelly, is that 12 by 12, or what is it called again?
12 direct.
12 direct still works, and it works really well. The problem is, and why I don't recommend it for newer agents, it's money. Okay? It's easier. Picking up the phone's free, right? But that's another thing for you too, Steve. If you have their addresses, that's another good thing. I think you're way better off picking up the phone and making those calls and going through that. I mean, again, you're a nice guy, you're a good guy, just be yourself. And I think you'd be really surprised at the number of people that you re-engaged. I mean, you got a nice data. Most of these people that have been doing this for 10 plus years are just kind of just feeding that database and they're working their database. And there's a lot of different ways to do it. So that's what I would, again, it's just time. But if you carve out, you time block, you carve out an hour a day, I think that would help you a great deal. Getting those 12 deals, shit, that's nothing. Guy like you probably get 20, maybe 30. Depends how hard you want to go. But yeah, that is easy. I bet you just re-engaging those, I don't know how many people need to be re-engaged, but you got 20 deals there in those 500 people without question.
Yeah.
You just got to go get it. Melissa,
I'm sorry that I came in late. This
Oh, you're
is
fine.
so good.
Come in
Thank you
whenever
for
you
doing
want.
This. Thank you for doing
Yeah.
this. I'm curious, you mentioned use RPR, and I know we all have things that we get used to. How did you pick RPR?
great question. So I use a variety of different things. The first thing that I'll do, like let's say that I call you and you want me to look at your house quick. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go find the old MLS listing, and I'm going to go into our what the heck is that thing called?
Sparks.
Also, while you're looking that up, through Command, there is an AI note taker that I had used for a few months. I don't any longer. It's a little clunky and a little complicated, but it schedules tasks and such for you after the fact and calendar reminders. So something like that might be a good thing to look into.
Yes,
Have you ever
I
explored that?
concur. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this property and I pull it up, I'm gonna immediately hit tax. Realist is the word I was looking for. And I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna look at the real AVMO. In my experience, if the real AVMO has a confidence score of 90 or higher, it is very accurate. If it's 95 or higher, it's also very accurate. Okay, it's even more accurate, right? So I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna pull this and I'm gonna just, yep. And I'm just gonna take a quick peek at that. Okay, so it's like, okay, I haven't been to this house yet. So it's that they're saying it's 604. So then what I'll do is I'll just create a new tab. 137, 203rd. So I'm just kind of thinking about this quick. I go to RPR. Sign in, baby. Sign in. Let's roll. 37, 203rd. Let's see if this one does this. Okay, so then this one has it at 589 with 5 stars. Okay, so I'm just kind of taking this and I'm building. Sometimes I'll go grab Zillow's quick just to kind of see what those automated things are. Again, I haven't been to the house, so I can't give them an amazing value yet. I'm going to have to give them a range. Okay, so I'm going to try to go like this particular house I sold for 625. So when I gave them, like if I would have just been doing this, I probably would have been 585 up to maybe 635, somewhere in that range. Okay, because I hadn't been to the house yet. Now, most of the time it's going to be even tighter than that. Most of the time I can get within a price bracket of each side. So I think of homes in terms of 25K price brackets. So I can normally be 6 to 650. Okay. And then I'll give them that. And then I'll email. And for most people, that's enough. Every once in a while, I'll get somebody like Misha just said, well, I think it's low. Perfect. I agree. I think it might be low too. I can't give you the exact answer because I haven't seen your home yet. Once I see it, okay, no pressure. I'm just saying, once I see it, I will then give you what I truly think it's worth. And then I'll also show you, like, as you guys get closer to listing, I will walk you through what we're competing with. Because most people miss that when they're listing houses. They just look at the old comps, but they don't take a look at what are we competing with. Because we need to be the best game in town.
Curious.
We need to be the obvious choice.
Do you guys use RPR as
Curious,
well?
is that RVM estimated range right there is
Yeah.
the same as what's in realist?
Nope, they're different.
Okay.
Yep, they're different. Most of the time, I like RPR to answer your question, Melissa. I like RPR because it's got the confidence score. Most of the time, I would say 90% of the time, it's going to be darn accurate. Okay, it's better than Zillow. Between Realist and RPR, I like those two a lot.
And does it give you other things that you like? Is anyone else using RPR?
Mhm.
Anyone else what?
Using
In terms of
RPR.
what?
I use RCR a lot.
Right?
Um,
Doesn't show his.
RPR gives you, the other thing I love about RPR is it gives you tax value.
You know,
I was told a long time ago that RPR uses up to 5 algorithms to come up with their price. Zillow uses one,
Okay,
and in the fine print, Zillow even says that they're not accurate about 20% of the time.
you have to be all in.
So you go look through a couple different data points and you try to get relatively close. Most of the time, it's gonna be like this particular house, I had a feeling it was gonna be like 625, 635, so I put them between 6 and 650, because that's 225K price.
Yeah.
And I just told him, I said, hey, I haven't seen your house. And this property has, I'll tell them that when I talk to Marvin in an email, like this particular house that I showed you here, they have this beautiful backyard that's wooded. It's like and they have some of these higher end features in the home. It's like I'm gonna actually have to see the house to give you a great example, but I know it's gonna most likely be in these two price brackets. And then I also like saying that because now I'm introducing them to the idea of what a price bracket is. Because we need to fit into a price bracket when we're listing the house. Well, because now they're gonna say, well, what do you mean? What the heck's a price bracket? And I'm just sitting there just loving that, because I'm like, okay, perfect. Now I can explain to them what a price bracket is. Because a lot of these people think that you just take a house, you put it on the MLS and they get multiple offers. Which is obviously not true, because that doesn't happen. And most of them think that all realtors are created equal, which is also not accurate. So that's just how, it's a quick way to do it. I can get, if you were to give me your address, and we don't have to do this. I'm just saying, if you were to give me your address, I can build out a home bot for you in under 5 minutes.
I've already on.
No, I know you are, but I'm just saying that's how quick I can do it now, because
Okay.
I put together a quick system. So I'm not going through and doing a full CMA. It would be nice if I made the time to do that. If I had another me, again, the world's not ready for me to be cloned, but if I had another me, I would do that, right? But I don't. So I'm going to do something quick that's going to be still valuable to you. And then I'm just going to call you back in 2 months and ask you what you think about it. Most of the time people are like, I really like that. It helps a lot. It's great. It's a great tool. So that's what I do. What other questions do you have with those 500? I love this. We got like 3 different conversations going on. ADHD is how I function in life, so this is perfect for me. Any other questions that you had to get you rolling with your 500?
No,
Okay. The other thing that you can do, this is huge, because I know you got disposable cash. You can do a giveaway.
you've been in my page.
No, I just know you. I just, a guy like you, I just know
I
you.
could get profit share today, I guess.
Yeah.
oh, yeah, stay.
You can do a giveaway. We got one coming up. We're gonna do the $1,000 one. It's a great one to re-engage everybody with.
Yeah.
Okay?
Are we?
Yeah. Yeah, I caught wind it's coming. I caught wind it's coming. I'm on a special email chain. I'm just kidding. I'm on-
So the quarter delay has been a year, so.
Yeah.
Now, even $1,000.
Gotcha.
We only with not enough participants.
The thing that I love about database is that if you go with value,
$12.
something valuable, that call is really simple. It doesn't even matter what it is. Like I did a twins giveaway the other day because I've always wanted to do it. I thought, gosh, I coach 3 softball teams. I am involved with all these different families in softball. I'm like, oh, let's send a family to the twins game for the night. I know the twins suck, but the
I was
field's
like, did
still
they
nice.
reject it?
Did we spread out?
Yeah.
Cash value.
No, thank you.
So,
It's not fun.
but I mean, I think I bet you I got $400 tied up into that, because I bought 4 tickets and then I'm gonna give them a couple $100 for parking and food. But I'm sending the family out that night.
What kind of response did you get? Like how many people?
So I didn't hit it as hard as I should have, but I ended up getting 50. I added
That's
50 to my database.
And were some of them strangers? I mean, who had seen it on Facebook or something? Who
There was a
were-
couple,
Okay.
but it was my goal for that. So that's the thing. You always got to reverse engineer what you want. Like my goal was I want to build out more people on my database. I'm good at taking a stranger and converting it into business, but I would like to transition out of that more. I'm like right now I'm running at, I believe I'm at 75 repeat and referral. I want to get that to 100. Now it's going to be hard to get it to 100 because I'm always going to want to keep feeding that pipeline. But let's just say I want to get it to 95. So to do that, I need to make sure that the people that I know or that know me, like me, and trust me are in my database. They're getting my newsletter. They're getting my home bot. When they think about real estate, they're not going to send them to Billy down the road who listed the house and did a shitty job. They're going to send it to me. That's what I need. Yes, Misha.
You said you added 50 people to your database but most of them weren't strangers. So do you mean you just added more of their info?
Yeah.
Or you just, okay.
Yeah. So great question. So some of them were people that I knew on Facebook. Some of them were families that I coached with or coached their daughter, and they know I'm in real estate, but I had their cell phone, but I didn't have their email.
Okay.
I don't put people in. I'm weird about my database. I don't put them in there until I have everything.
Okay.
It's just the way that I want. It has to be name, phone number, email, and then I can find your address. But I want those things. And then I just asked a couple questions like, are you planning on, doing it? I can't remember exactly the word, the questions, but it's something like, you planning on doing any buying or selling, investing in the next 1 to 2 years? Do you want a market analysis on your house? I phrased it differently, kind of the same scripting for the home bot. And then the last one is, do you know anybody else that might be thinking about buying or selling that?
You said you can get their address. Do you do anything with the address if they didn't give it to you, or it's just so you can have complete in your database?
I will put it in command. Couldn't think of the word there.
Yeah.
But I won't put them on HomeBot.
Okay, because
I've
they
done
haven't
that
given it
before, and
to
it's just, I think it's kind of weird.
creepy. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little creepy.
And
I don't
Kelly
want,
and
I don't
does
want to
that.
advertise how easily
Yeah.
I can get people's information.
Okay,
Like
that's
not your
always
bank
been a
account.
question.
I can't get that, but I don't,
No,
it's
that's-
just, I want to be respectful of people.
I've always wondered, because yes, we have access to
Yeah,
being able to get everything.
yeah.
But do you use it? Because they're like, I didn't give that to you. How did you
Yeah.
know where to send me something?
Yeah,
Well,
most people aren't going to call you out on that, but even if it's one, it's just kind of a weird thing. But then I have a Christmas card list too, where I have all their addresses for Christmas cards, but some of them I don't have their phone number.
Mhm.
Some of them I don't have their email. I want all 3. So I'm just trying to build that up because I'm trying to get to the point where I'm sending out really valuable stuff, especially like, I'm going to do quarterly giveaways now because it's fun. I'm at the point in my business where I can start giving back some of these things. And it's like, I don't know. I mean, I was a little surprised I didn't get more. I'm like, who wouldn't want? I'm like, all you got to do is first click this link. People are busy. People are busy. That's fine, but I'm going to do it again. I really like it. It was great.
And maybe you'll.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, maybe you'll get some responses. Oh, I wish I could have, but X is.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
would imagine
this
the
weekend.
more you do that, there's a MREA podcast with someone who did giveaways at a high level.
Oh, yeah.
Are like crazy, but what I was going to say is, several years ago, I think it was like 2022, when Toddy was working for me, we did a Mother's Day giveaway. And it was, I don't know, a blanket, a bottle of wine and whatever, all that kind of thing. And we put it out on Facebook to everybody, and the gal who won came here to pick it up. And I think I met her then. Her name was Kelly. And I sent her a Facebook friend request, and have been friends on Facebook since then. And whatever she posts, I'll like it or whatever. And I know who she is, and that's how I know her. Well, she's under contract right now on a house in Maplewood.
Perfect.
You
4 years
go.
later.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah.
From a blanket.
For
Right.
both of you, what was the
Sure.
logistics?
Yeah,
Like how exactly did you?
Yeah.
She's been talking about it.
Maybe I'll just go to your Facebook page.
How did I create
Put
it?
it, did you put it on your public page? I
Yeah,
wanna see,
Yeah,
like,
so there's a lot of different
terms
strategies.
to
So this is where I used you missed this part at the beginning, which is I used Crit, the Brokerbot thing, to design my twins giveaway.
I
And it,
sent her the
perfect.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna come, I don't know if we'll have time to dig into the weeds on that, but I'll come back and I wanna do a whole Crit class, cause it's really good.
That would be awesome.
But I typed in, essentially to catch you up, using Brokerbot, you use it as a strategic AI thought partner. And you have it ask you questions and then you answer them and then it will design everything for you,
Cool.
which is really cool. I can show you later if you want, but
Yeah.
like I had it design my entire twins giveaway. No, I didn't use all of the stuff in there because obviously you gotta be careful with AI because sometimes it doesn't create everything that you want, but it gave me a really nice idea of how to do things, which was great. And then it made me like, I don't know if you saw my post or not, but I had like the little infographic with the twins tickets and then it created that for me and yeah, it was pretty cool. And
Oh, I
it
love
knocked it out. And if anybody that knows me knows that I hate social media and wish it just went away. So posting anything on social media, unless it's my kid's softball team, I just don't. I just don't like it. So like getting me to post anything is a small win. It's actually a big win because I don't like doing it at all. But yeah, so I did that. So I put it on the social media. I put it on a couple different other community pages just to see if would get a response. I sent it out in my newsletter. And then I reached out to specific people that I coached with or that I taught coached their kid. And my message was pretty simple. Like, hey, Joe, dude, you got to sign up for this thing, man. Click, send. Just the way that I would talk to somebody, it's like, and then I had one, I was trying out different things. I had one to like, I was re-engaging a buddy of mine that I haven't talked to in like 20 years. And he got it, didn't say anything. I saw that he read it. And then I prefer phone calls, but what I've noticed is my people don't pick up the phone very well. They're more into text. I hate text. I like phone, but so I had to kind of do more texting with them to kind of get them going. But this guy he thought it was a scam. He thought it was like even with my name attached, because there's so many of these things. So I texted him back and I just said, hey, did you get that thing that I sent you? On the twins. Oh, is that real?
Oh, poor guy.
Like, yeah, it is.
So I wonder how
Then
many
he
other
signed up.
people
Yeah.
thought that, so that's
Yeah.
why they didn't.
Well, people are leery of signing up for anything because they don't want their numbers sold.
Yeah,
Whatever,
of
and,
course.
don't understand that you're just you. You're not
Yep.
selling this to anybody.
Yeah,
Well, and then
they'll sign up for Zillow, something will hurt.
Right.
I kind of had a limited belief around, or I was just like, gosh, I don't want to be like the the weirdo MLM spammer, Rodan and Fields person again. If anyone's selling it, I apologize. But I think again, I'm not picking on them, but I am.
You don't need lash.
No, but I mean, the problem is like that social selling has really it's
Yeah.
been so popular that it's kind of ruined some of those reach outs, which is why I want you to call. It makes it weird where it's like you have to slow play it. So there was a couple that I hadn't talked to them in a while. Like a great example is a gal I coached her daughter last year, and I had heard through the grapevine that she had an amazing weekend of pitching. So I said, why the hell can't I think of her name right now?
Michelle.
Just call her Christine. I said, hey, Christine, that's not her name. I said, hey, Christine, I heard Hadley just crushed it this weekend. That was my text. She goes, oh my gosh, she pitched so well. And then we were texting back and I said, that's so awesome. I just think the world of her. And gosh, I miss her so much this year. These are all true things. It is the truth. And then we were just yapping back and forth. I said, hey, before I let you go, I don't know if this would be of interest to you or not, but I'm doing this giveaway for work. I've always wanted to, I'm at the point in my business now where I'm starting to incorporate giveaways. I've always wanted to do this. I don't know if you guys are interested. It's free to sign up, and I sent her the link. They signed up. They didn't win, but they signed up. So now I have their information. It's just how you approach it. It takes more time. It was 5 or 6 texts, but that was what I was going for. I was trying to
Just out of
just get,
curiosity, after your giveaway, did you, like, how did you alert people to who won, or did you thank everybody, all the losers for,
yeah,
for signing
that's
up?
where the gold is, right? So I haven't finished all of this yet, but I did send everybody a text that said you're a loser. Ha ha ha. No, I didn't.
What a loser.
This is the gold. Like, this is the whole point of this, right? Because it's touches, right? So obviously to enter the giveaway, you had to have an email. So I emailed everybody the results and I had the spinner of who won. Okay, I think you saw that on the face. Did you see that?
No, I just done it.
Okay, gotcha,
Like,
gotcha.
do it live or
So I
whatever.
screen recorded it, so I put that on the Facebook.
Mhm.
I put that out I collected the 50 emails or whatever, so everybody got a BCC, a blind carbon copy email with who the winner was, so they could see that. And now on my list, and I haven't done it this week, I'm gonna start this next week, is I'm gonna go through, and everybody that wanted a CMA is gonna get the home on the home bot, and everybody that entered is gonna get a thank you card.
Okay.
Because it doesn't take very long. And it's gonna be, hey, thanks so much for entering the Twins giveaway. I'm sorry you didn't win. Don't forget, I'm gonna work on doing this quarterly, so stay in touch, stay in tune for the next one. Obviously, if you ever have any real estate questions or needs, please feel free to use me as a resource. All the best, Brian, whatever. Just put my card in there, done. Simple. Because I'm trying to build out my touch plan, right? So my touch plan is real light right now. It's a monthly home bot. It's a monthly newsletter through MailChimp. So that's 24.
Mhm.
It's a birthday text. That's a real easy touch point. If you're not doing that, is you're buddies with all these people on Facebook. Their birthday pops up. Send them a text or a call. Nobody answers the phone anymore, so it's really easy.
Video texts are really
Video
good.
text is good. Voice text is good.
That is so underrated.
Yep.
The numbers of people actually responding and opening it
Mm.
is up through the roof.
If you have their address, a card is enormous. A card with a Starbucks card. Hey, I hope you have a phenomenal birthday. Here's a coffee on me. Just being a human being, Like, if you sent me, and you should, by the way, if you send me a coffee on my birthday, I mean, I'm gonna.
What's your birthday?
July 30th. That's just huge, right? I mean, that is just so important. And that goes for all of you guys. July 30th is a great day.
That goes for all of you. You're teaching a class, not trying to get.
524 Pondview Circle, Elkhorn. I don't need home bot. I'm good. I'm coming. I just love those things. I mean, the biggest thing, like, I'm gonna go back to this whole idea of reverse engineering, but it's like, kind of figure out, like, where do you want to be? Like, for me, and my goals have changed a little bit this year, because, like, I think I did 24 or 25 last year. My goal was I wanted to see if I could get to 50. And I quickly realized that I don't know if I really want to get to 50 because I got 3 in traveling softball. And Jamie and I have had this conversation several times. Like, I know that I'm leaving business on the table. I don't care, because I have 10 more years of this, and then I'll have as much freaking free time as I want. Well, hopefully not. Hopefully I'll be traveling to college softball games, but I mean, I got this short window here where I can do this. And so I'm just trying to fit everything in, so it's like, I'm just trying to figure out what is that number that I can get to where I can still do everything that I need to do as a dad and a husband. you know, those types of things. So, yeah.
How
so
much will you do this year? Transaction?
I am on pace right now for 35. I'm gonna try to do 40. I was on pace for 45, but I was telling Jamie earlier today, I basically did my whole last year in 4 months, this first 4 months,
Congrats.
which was nuts. But I'll be honest with you guys, like I got fried, completely fried. It was great. So I right now have a leverage problem.
Hmm.
And Annie and I are trying to figure out, like, you know, is she gonna stay teaching? Is she gonna come? Like, there's so many things that she could come and help me. Annie's my wife, by the way, if you don't know that. Not you. I just talk like everyone knows her. She's just awesome. Gosh, she's a wonderful human being. Anyways, I know, yeah. So
You said there are 4 women in your home.
He did say 4, and I was like,
Yeah.
who's the 4th one?
Is that including the kids?
yes, the kids,
Yes,
yes.
just want to make sure.
Yep.
Oh,
So
'cause you have
Annie's
3
not like the
daughters.
top one, she's the one.
I have a male dog, yes.
It's up to time to stuff.
So anyways, the point of the story is like, it's just trying to figure out where, how far I want to take it, you know, that sort of thing, and just kind of figure it out. So the point of this was, yes, Scott, you are right, I do it. The point of this
Who
is
amongst us
the
doesn't?
point of this is reverse engineering what you want. So when I went into this year, my goal was I really want to take a new listing every week.
Oh,
Like, oh, I thought that'd be fun.
okay.
Because I would really like to get to the point where I am kind of cherry picking my buys and sending them out to someone. Because although I'm good at buyer transactions, I just don't, it doesn't fit with my life. Listings fit with my life. Like I'd probably be a really good commercial real estate agent because it's more of that 8 to 5 and then weekends off. But I'm kind of running a lot of that right now, just with my current business, I'm able to figure that out. But that's just kind of the direction that I was hoping to go. And for the most part, it's been almost a listing. I think I've taken a listing almost every week is my goal, or is what I've been getting to. Now I took the last couple I was telling Jamie today, it's like, I don't think I've tried not to work hardly at all the last couple of weeks. It's been, but I still ended up
But
taking
you've
4
done enough
listings.
things.
I'm still trying to figure out
I'm
how.
teaching it back.
Yeah, so it's just, but that's the advantage of building up this pipeline. It's like I did all the work before, so now it's starting to come in, so, yeah, anyways, I don't know where I was going with that. But
Oh, that's
listen to
nice.
me, yeah, so. All right, it's 10:55. Woo!
Did we go a half hour over?
No, we're good. We can go as long as you guys want. What do we got? What have we not covered that you would like to speak about? Because we have been all over the place.
Could we do, because we were, well, y'all have some. Because we were talking about the little example and then we were gonna kind of build our own.
Yes.
But then we kind of got away.
Would you like to build your own? Yes.
I
correct.
love building
Okay,
my
let's
own
do it.
things.
Let's do it. Okay.
Pizzas,
Okay,
whatever.
let's go. Hey, look at that jacket. Holy cow, you gotta call all those people and tell them you got the jacket, man.
Misha, what are we called?
His crit, a
Okay,
crit.
let's do that.
I was cold.
Yeah, it's freezing in here.
Jamie sent you the email with the crit templates.
Yes.
And then the Brokerbot.
Okay, what is an issue that we have right now in our business?
Not enough.
Okay, I'm gonna make this bigger. Let's see if we can solve that through Brokerbot. Context. Okay, I am the CEO of a real estate business. I am currently selling, we'll just throw a number out there, 12 homes per year, and I would like to increase that to 24 homes within the next 6 months. I hate social media, but I love telephone prospecting. I have 3 hours daily that I can commit to prospecting. Okay. So we just gave that some context. Okay. Role. Assign the AI a specific elite persona. Tell it exactly who it needs to be. Act as a world class. I love it, telling it to be world class. Act as a world class real estate coach / marketing expert who specializes in increasing real estate sales for realtors. Something simple like that, right? Interview. Now we're going to have it be our thought partner. Before you provide a plan, ask me the 5 most critical questions, one at a time, you need answered to ensure that your strategy is bulletproof and tailored. Could have just copied this, by the way, to my specific needs and time constraints. Task. Based upon our conversation, create a 90-day execution roadmap to increase to essentially double my 12 transactions to 24. Double. Provide at least 3 high impact, non-obvious strategies.
Man, you rocked that typing class. There's like no errors.
Okay, so now we're going to go into Brokerbot. I'm going to create a new chat. Okay. And you can do this with anything. Okay.
Hey, Brian, I got an 11 o'clock. I just want to say thank
Hey,
you
you
so
know
much.
what, buddy? You're welcome.
Thank you so much for your wisdom, but your passion.
Thanks, brother.
It's really awesome. Thank you so much.
I'm passionate about you.
That was
Talk,
really great.
we'll talk about that at happy.
Good to see you, brother. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you all too for
Okay.
investing in yourselves.
Thanks, James.
It's thinking. By the way, when you do this, it's hilarious. If you go through and you see what Brokerbot says, if you go through and read the thoughts, the user wants me to act as a world-class real estate coach. Key details, blah, 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 blah. So it's just hilarious listening to it. Okay, so then it says, what are your current 12 transactions per year coming from? Okay, so, Misha, I didn't know the numbers, but we're just gonna play.
They're not that great,
Okay,
but yeah.
that's fine. That's okay. Let's just.
And when I was doing mine, I did real. but
Okay,
yeah.
perfect. Okay, so let's just say the business is coming from, we're gonna say it's coming from past clients.
Okay,
Do you know how much the percentage of where it's coming from by chance?
100% open house.
Okay. 100% of the business is from open houses. But I do have a developing pipeline of not met prospects or something like that. We'll just throw something in there, see what it says. Understanding your existing deal flow is a foundation because we want. I also have 100. I also have a top 100 list of sphere of influence or something like that. If you don't have a top 100, you should go figure out who your top 100 is. That's a whole nother class. Okay, boom. Brokerbot's gonna think. great, that's really important foundation to build from. Open houses, blah, 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 blah. When you say you have a developing pipeline of not met prospects, how many contacts are currently in that pipeline and what does your follow-up system look like? So now we're just kind of going down. So we would say, I have 50 prospects in that pipeline. I follow up with them using a 24 touch program, 2 touches per month via email, news, letter, and CMA via HomeBot. I also send them a birthday card and an annual phone call. I'm just throwing stuff out there. So this is the part where you gotta wait a little bit. What is your current conversion rate through the pipeline specifically? How many of your open house visitors are you actually getting into your pipeline as leads? Do you have any idea how many?
Just make something up.
Okay, let's just say for every 10 people you see, you'll get 1 lead.
Okay,
Okay. 10% of the people from my open houses become leads. And of your 50 existing pipeline prospects, how many have converted? Out of those 50 prospects, I have converted 1. That would be 2% conversion rate. Tell me about your top 100 sphere of influence. How often are you currently making live phone calls? I call them once per year. Have any of your 12 annual transactions come from your sphere? Yes, we'll just say that because it should be 5%. So we'll just say yes, 5 of those deals have come from the top 100. How would you describe your sphere as people who know you're in a relationship with people actively refer to you? My sphere is past clients, current clients, friends, family, and my orthodontist. I'm just kidding.
no,
I couldn't think of anything clever there.
No, leave it as orthodontist. That's funny.
I love when it compliments you. This is gold. When you make telephone prospecting calls, whether to your sphere, pipeline, or anyone else, what is your current script or conversion framework? I use I'll just throw one out there for fun. I use the Mike Ferry script. And my current
It's Tom Berry.
Tom Ferry's Mike's
Okay,
son.
so I know Tom, I think. And then I was thinking Tom Ford shoes.
I use the Mike Ferry script. My current conversion rate on cold outbound prospecting is 1 listing for every 100 conversations. That's a pretty common number. Oh shoot, I forgot to answer this question. Okay, well, now it's gonna spit out. Let's see if this thing spits out. So it should theoretically give us a game plan to follow.
Okay.
Brutal truth first.
So if you don't want it this long, create 3 questions. Because this is long.
It just makes me, I mean, I'm sure if it were mine and it you know, pertain to me, it would be, but even like, I don't know how you guys are, my attention span
Yeah.
has shrunk so bad that like I'll be scrolling through Facebook, I'm like, oh, that's way too long, I'm not reading that. So this, you know, and I'm just thinking, I'm reading all this, I'm not gonna remember any of
Well, and
this.
it's funny, cause didn't you say make it like
Yep.
bullet
I'm gonna
points
show
or
you
make
two
it
different
shorter
things,
Okay.
okay, so here's,
for people
so
like us?
this one is one we made, so
Yeah.
it doesn't mean as much
Yeah.
to each of us, but if it was your own stuff, it would be significantly better. So I'm gonna show you one thing that you can do, okay? Number one, you can go back up and you can click this whole thing and you can copy it and stick it in a Google Doc. Just gotta bear with me because I use the black screen, so perfect. Oh no, sorry about that. The wrong one. Okay, so if this was actually yours, Kelly, you would have a really nice roadmap here that you could go through, okay? Now that, for some of you, that, it might be great. I'd used that before, it's awesome. I can go through here and I can look at this and go, oh, I didn't think about that. I should be doing this, or I should be doing that. And some of us are like, good Lord, that is a lot. So then I'll say, can you take this plan and put it into a one-page infographic that I can
She,
follow daily? You can do this with anything. I created a 30-day marketing plan that I now give to my clients that shows, because I had to interview me, like I was asking it, like I actually had AI said, I need to be able to sit in front of somebody and explain to them why I am the obvious choice over their neighbor. And I had them ask me 10 questions on what I do on a listing on why they should hire me versus the neighbor. And it went through and it created this thing. And then I said, create a one-page infographic that is my 30-day marketing plan. And I gave it to the client and they were just like, yep, we're going with you. But that's because I used it as my thought partner, you know? Yeah. Okay, so this might be a little bit too visually crazy for people, but this is your 90-day double your deals roadmap from 12 to 24.
It just made that.
Yep. So your daily call block, 3 hours non-negotiable, 30 minutes of pipeline calls, 30 minutes of sphere calls, and you got 2 hours of cold prospecting, expireds, physicals, circles, whatever. And you can change it if you don't like some of these things. You can go back in there and have it changed. Your 3 high impact strategies. Strategy 1 is your pipeline rescue. That's what you're going to be doing right now, is your pipeline rescue. So you're going to be calling those people and re-engaging them. Strategy 2, your sphere referral machine. Call your top 100 every 45 to 60 days. Okay, if you don't have your top 100, and by the way, I have my top 100, but I'm not doing this, but I'm going to challenge myself to do it because I'm going to challenge you to do it. If you don't have your top 100, get your top 100, segment them in your database. Put it in there in command as top 100.
And
Call them quarterly.
what does that mean? Just your support you.
Yeah, it's most likely going to be your VIPs and your A's. And it might be your B's if you don't have a lot of friends, but you're not gonna have that problem, Kelly. You got a lot of people that like you. I only have 3 friends, so I had to dig. You know, I had to get the garbage man on my list, you
stop
know.
it.
Number 3, expired and circle bliss. So 1 listing per. At the end of the day, just listed, just sold calls are huge. If you commit to them, you're gonna probably get a listing out of every 100 people you talk to. You gotta give it 6 months to warm it up and get it rolling, but that it will happen. And then you got your 90-day sprint calendars. Days 1 through 30 is red. You do those things. Days 31 through 60 is your yellow. Days 61 through 90 is green. And you got your daily scorecard. See, I mean, like I've done this before where I told AI to act as a maps coach. So I'm in maps coaching, so I understand, and at some point I'm going to be a maps coach. So like I'm really interested in all this stuff. So it's like I asked AI to like be a maps coach, be a maps coach for the top 1% of realtors in Keller Williams. And I had it interview me and it spit out this plan and I was like, wow. I mean, it was like a custom built MREA for me based on what I am good at. You know, it's crazy. So what I would tell you to do, I'll put this up. I'll do another class on crit. I just got to figure out the best way of teaching it in a short period of time. But hold on, where am I? Oh, I'm right in here. Oh, it's right here. I'm gonna print this for you guys. We got 5 people here. Oh, shit. Might have to do this a different way. I'm gonna print this for you guys so that you have this, but I would definitely go back and listen when you have a chance to Jeff Wood's Millionaire Real Estate Agent podcast with Jason Abrams. Because this is the one page from that. It's phenomenal. And that Brokerbot is gonna really, really help you. I'll give you an example. Another thing, I'll print this so that you have that, but another thing that I did, where did it go? Oh, here we go, Brokerbot items. This was the 30-day marketing plan that I give to my clients now. That I had AI create for me. Oh, oh, whoops. The hell just happened?
We don't know.
Oh. Hold on, now I know what happened. I'm not sharing my screen on that page, my bad. Sorry, guys. It's like, what the hell is he doing? Still no.
Just bring your mouse down to the bottom of the monitor and will that for the menu pop up? Or
Do you send those to the printer?
I will,
Off of
once
there.
I figure out how to do it.
Okay, no worries.
There we go. Okay, so this is my marketing plan for 30 days. I had Crit tell me, interview me. So I just gave them, you know, now when people ask me about my marketing plan, I give them this.
that's what you give to your sellers?
Yep. That way they know, they got one page. Here you go. So what I market, this was my listing presentation the other day. I was in competition with 5 agents.
Dang.
I mean, I have other things too, but I was just like, I need I need to be different.
Mhm.
So I just went in there and I'm just like, this is what I do.
Take it or leave it.
I mean, I went through and did all the marketing stuff and all that, or sorry, did the CMA stuff and showed them what their home was worth, but it's like, honestly, at the end of the day, homes sell or don't sell for 3 reasons. It's price, it's condition, and it's marketing. And I'm telling you right now, I guarantee it won't be marketing. Marketing will not be the issue. It's gonna be condition or it's gonna be price. And based upon this last house I was in, based upon the house, it's not gonna be the condition. It's gonna be the price. But I was in major competition and the other people didn't have a marketing plan. I said, here's the marketing plan. This is exactly what I'm gonna do. And then I went back through and I figured out that 93% of my listings sell in 15 days or less, and I sell 98% of my homes. And out of those 98%, they sell at 99.9% of list to sold, because I went through and found all those stats. And I'm not telling you that to brag, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. I'm telling you that because that's what one stats I have over selling over 100 homes.
I wanna know why they wanted to talk to 6 different agents. That's too many people.
It was a old expired listing is why.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's just these little things that you can do, that really help you. Like, I did a CMA for my brother. Let me get this up here. Hold on for a second. I thought this was kind of fun. Sorry, I'm not used to sharing the screen this way. Go. Did a CMA for my brother the other day. Cause they're trying to figure out when to sell, where to sell. So I went through and I pulled all this information for him and I just basically said, you know, that's your home, this was your home's likely sale outcome. And I went through and I did all my normal stuff, but I had turned it into a one-page infographic because what I've started to discover is these people get really overwhelmed by all of the stuff that we have. This is overwhelming,
Get
but it's
overwhelmed.
one page. So it's like your recommended list price is gonna be that price bracket. I'm expecting this most likely gonna sell between those prices. You're probably gonna be on the market for 29 days. You're gonna probably get 100% of your list of sold price based upon those 6 comps. Your price per square foot is most likely gonna be that. Those are the 6 different comps. I mean, now they got something. Now they're walking away and they're just like, holy crap. This guy or gal knows what the hell they're talking about.
Well, I mean, like Kelly said, reading sometimes, I love to read, but sometimes that's too much. This is, oh, it's a picture. We're in kindergarten again. Give me pictures.
I've done this where I've taken, again, you gotta use Crit as your AI thought partner. And you can take that template that I just, if you listen to the podcast, it'll really help you. It'll fill in a lot of the gaps that I didn't get to. But, and as you start moving through it, you can use it for almost anything.
Ryan, will you do me a favor and the broker bot that you were just working with Misha, will you scroll up to your very first prompt?
To your, I was gonna say, go back to, yeah. Even the Google Doc where he was typing everything, cause
Yeah,
that too.
yeah, wherever that was.
Oh, they moving them chairs around upstairs. Uh-huh.
Whoops. Dang it. Okay, there it is. I just need to find it up here now. This one. All the way at the top?
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Can you see that okay?
Yes, hold on.
Yes, I mean, it'll help you do whatever you need it to do. So like Steve, like let's say that you want some other ways to engage those 500 people. Right? You could actually, if you got, I don't know, I have another 10 minutes if you want me to help you out with that. Let's do one. That'll be fun. You got time?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's build one specifically for you. Kelly, you got what you needed from that,
Yes,
right?
thank
So I
you
can
so
build this
much.
for him?
Yes.
Okay. So we're just gonna change this. So we're just gonna say I am the CEO / realtor.
Brian.
You are very welcome.
As always.
Wait, go ahead. So 2 hours is the one.
Okay, so Steve, here we go. So I'm the CEO realtor of Steve Rawl, real estate powered by KWPR. I want to re-engage my database of 500 prospects, and by doing so, get an additional 12 transactions from that database. Okay. using the MREA and Keller Williams learning models, act, not has, as a world-class real estate coach / marketing expert who specializes in increasing real estate sales for realtors, specifically in the area of database engagement. Before you provide a plan, ask me the 3 most critical questions one at a time you need to answer to ensure that your strategy is bulletproof and tailored to my specific needs and time constraint. Based upon our conversation, create a, what do we want? Do we want a 90-day roadmap, 30-day roadmap, 2 weeks?
90-day. Sounds good.
Create a 90-day execution roadmap to increase my sales within those 500 prospects to from 0 to 12 transactions. Something like that.
Okay.
Provide at least 3 high impact, non-obvious strategies. Fair? Or do you want something else in there?
Sounds good.
Okay. So we're just going to do 3 questions for you. Okay? We're going to make it simple. And I will share this with you when we wrap up. I'll email it to you so that you can mess around in there and change that around if you want, okay?
Sure.
Okay, critical question number 1. What is the current temperature of your database? Specifically, when did you last make personal intentional contact with most of these 500 people? Are they?
With most of them,
Yeah.
years.
Okay, so we'll just say it's been a while.
Yeah.
Contact with most of these people has been a few years on average.
Okay.
Okay. Are they primary past clients, sphere, open house leads, online, or a mix?
Primarily past clients.
Do you have them organized in a CRM like Command, or are they in a spreadsheet?
Man,
My computer is dying, so thank you. I'm going to charge it.
We'll make it happen.
My God.
No, don't tell me there's an error. My gosh, Steve. Oh, you're kidding me. Hold on.
It might have been one word misspelled. In the second one,
Contact with all such people has a few
I'm
years.
not sure if that's, would be it or not.
You gotta be kidding me. I've literally never had this.
Way to go, Steve, you're the guy.
I have not been in contact with most of these people for a few years on average. They are primarily past clients. They are all in KW. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Come on. All right, I don't know why that's not working. Shoot. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do though. I'm gonna email you this.
Okay,
What's the email again, Steve?
SRALL
There it is.
S KW.
All right, so I'm gonna shut the Zoom. I don't know if anybody's here anyways. Okay, so that's in your email. So if you type that in, if you grab that in your email, I'll help put it in your Brokerbot quick. And that way you can start.
Okay.
can start messing around with it.
What do I need to do?
Okay, so you're gonna basically use the mouse. And where's your broker button?
I don't know if I.
Oh, you've done it, yeah, okay, no problem.
That's not it, right? That's not just simple. Okay.
Your first question, you're just gonna go through that and answer it. And what's the next button? Run to the bathroom quick and I'll come back. I have to leave in about 10 minutes, but that'll at least get you started. I have 110 loads of laundry to do before I head up north with the kids tomorrow.
Got it. I'll get it off of the Zoom.
Steve, did you get the first question answered?
Or
did you- Good, you're on the second one. Perfect.